Hello, we're back. I still don't have button prompts.
Didn't they? They appeared in one episode and then they disappeared again.
Yeah,
Weird. Oh well.
I'll probably try to fresh reinstall again. But I wonder if it's tied to the save. That's the thing I'm worried about. Somehow.
That's modding though, so.
That's modding for you.
No sign of
Okay. So last time we were here, Lightning got her summon because Hope was dead weight.
They were headed towards Palampolum. Kid's on his way home.
And that's the official summary.
You can bet on it.
Pretty much. I mean,
good for him.
now we're with Baz and Vanille.
What's wrong?
Who we haven't had much time with either of them.
If they manage to slip in quietly. All of Cocoon is in the grip of pulse phobia. If a Lassie pops up on the radar,
Dude, Connor, it's like modern times.
They don't even know why
The
they're
people from
scared.
Pulse, the people from down below.
afraid of what they don't know. Afraid to find out more.
Holy crap.
It gets worse the older you get.
Relevancy?
I'm
In my JRPG?
terrified of what'll happen. The world probably would be better off without Pulse Lassie.
There he is.
I mean, most of them.
You're the one of the good ones.
Thanks. Let's go.
Okay. Saz is a commando? That's a weird choice. Okay. Let's update their shit. Connor, look away because this will upset you.
I just don't like how much it flips around, and it's hard to like get a grip on like the whole tree.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get her up here. I do want her magic to be better. 'Cause she's really only my only... Really? What the fuck? Okay. She's really the only magic healer we have right now. Commando Ravager, Synergist Saboteur, Commando Medic. We should have Ravager Medic. And yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. Okay.
Robots must have built all this.
Yeah, they really didn't know what to do with the camera yet. Hey, it's a D like 30. I don't know actually how many that is, but I think I made a
Why are we
goal
being
for
attacked?
myself.
Why are we being attacked by Ascension Dai?
Because enemies. What are they actually called though? Bomb. Oh, these are the bombs.
Oh,
Oh, I see it now. I see it now. I think I made a goal for myself this year to finally play. Controversial. I am gonna play through the first Final Fantasies all the way through. I've never played any Final Fantasy prior to 6. And
Yeah.
all 6 of them were on sale on Steam, so here we are.
they're on sale on Steam a lot. I think the other platforms they wind up not on sale as much.
Yeah, and since I have the Steam Deck, I'm like, you know what? I'll just do it that way.
Nothing to it.
So I got the Pixel remasters. Lady. Oh, okay. Do I get preemptive? Hell yeah. Let's get that out of the way. Nice.
You got this, Vanille.
When you have preemptive, does it also like make it so their stagger meter builds faster? Because
It basically fills it up right to the edge of what you need it to
Mostly-
be.
mostly I was asking because like when you targeted the bomb at first, so his like actually dropped almost down all the way.
Yeah, and I think it depends on
and
the
you're able to
enemy
build it
too.
faster.
Yeah,
Okay.
as long as you maintain a hit, the stagger meter will stay at that like max, or it'll go back up to that max that you built it to. But certain classes or certain jobs will make it drop slower. So usually Commando and
Okay.
Saboteur make it drop slower, whereas Ravager will build it up faster, but it will stay at that max for much shorter.
Okay.
Watch and learn, kid. We got this, Vanille.
And I was not paying attention, so
The old
her health
man
went down
still-
way lower than I should have had to go. Hello? Oh my god, I'm fighting the camera like way more than I should be.
I think I can both see the appeal to and the distaste for this battle system, though.
Yeah, a lot of people, and it's a valid criticism, I will not fight against this, is like you can just really rely only on auto battle.
Yeah,
What?
I mean you can.
I will
You
say
could.
you have to use Libra almost all the time to reliably rely on auto battle, because auto battle almost entirely aims for what's this do? Critical shell, magical. Let's give it to this guy. It relies on weaknesses, so if you haven't used Libra on them and you don't know what their weaknesses are, auto battle is not going to be super effective. It also depends on if your characters have that particular like spell too. So like,
Will they switch forms if you do auto battle completely?
what do you
Not
mean?
Form, you know, will they switch
Oh, the
their
paradigm? No.
paradigm?
You
Oh,
still
okay.
have to switch manually. So that's why I'm like, sometimes you really have to focus
Did you see that coming?
on switching paradigms and not be digging through the menus as much. And unfortunately, I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think either of them have a lightning-based attack, so we're not doing as much damage as we could be doing. Whereas with Hope and Lightning, both of them had some kind of lightning or thunder-based attack.
Yeah.
Because even Lightning had a lightning strike or spark strike or whatever the hell it was called. Yeah, this
Kinda
this
just
fight
turns-
takes
it
a.
kinda- It kind of just turns these enemies into like a slightly a tedious enemy than hard.
Yeah,
enemy.
which I think is one of the more. Again, this game has very valid criticisms. I will never. I like to think I'm not one who ignores criticism of games. I would like to think, right? This one definitely has its criticisms, just like every other Final Fantasy I've played. Don't really have like the blind loyalty to the brand.
Yeah.
But this one, yeah, like honestly, the first like up to 10 chapters are very railroady. You get moved around a lot in terms of like which characters you're controlling. So you don't have much time to grow. Like fucking hey. Excuse me. You take advantage of the roles that they have. Like, see, Vanille won't even learn a new spell in her Ravager class. Yeah, like they won't learn any new spells at this point. Yeah, they're just gonna increase their stats. I think I'm just gonna focus on which stat will be the most beneficial. And the CP cost is really high right now too, because again, with the anticipation in my mind that we're gonna switch characters fairly soon again, because that's kind of just been the game's MO is you get a little bit of story, a little bit of character interaction between the characters.
And eventually they come back together, I assume.
Yeah. Can I upgrade his original guns? I'd rather do that. Oh, the experience carries over. That's good to know. I did not know that. That's good to know. Okay. Yeah, it's been so long since I played this game. I don't remember the flow at all. What are these freaks? Do I know their weakness? I don't. Okay.
Let's put these babies to work. Did you see that coming?
I'm like, these can't be that, like, dangerous. Yeah, and some of these battles can take a long time if you're not using the stagger effectively. You'll see later, especially with the bosses, if you're not using the stagger well and switching paradigms, you're not gonna... It's gonna be it's like a battle attrition almost. Which was kind of the thing with 16 too, even like the mini bosses of 16. If you're not using the stagger well, you're not gonna do much damage to him or them. Rebirth was a little bit better in this regard. You still could do damage without staggering, but it made the world a lot easier, or your life a lot easier if you could stagger. This song in the background.
Wow. Look at that.
It both like fits and doesn't fit, if that makes sense.
It fits the characters. It does not fit the area at all.
It just feels really goofy at the area. It's like as if you like set up a Louisiana-ish like
Pop-up.
cabana. I can't think of the word right now. Not cabana, that's the wrong word. Bungalow. It like serves cafe affair, but it's in the middle of this valley.
Fuck, I fucked that up. I fucked it up. Yeah, so you see, I don't know if you saw, but when Vinio only did magic and I was like fumbling around with switching, the stagger bar went down real fast. Oh, and if anything, I should be buffing, and she should be...
We got this, Vanille.
I forgot I could debuff him. But at least my gunshots will do a lot more.
Wisdom does come with age.
Does it? It's all the old people I know. Alright. There's one thing I do like about this game compared to 12 is all the loot is like placed, whereas in 12 all the loot was like randomized.
Oh.
And like you could have loot, you could have really nice potions, or you can have like 10 gil, which is the currency.
Yeah. I can see that. Also, like that one was an auto battler for the most part.
Pretty much, yeah. It very much was
You run
MMO.
up to the enemies and like just do a thing, and you can choose to also heal when needed, and but you're not controlling the slash or the.
No. Let's build that shit up. Come on. Fuck.
It is kind of wild to see that, to think about the fact that like Final Fantasy XI was like the failed MMO, and then 14 came later,
And failed even harder.
and then
Failed even harder. Until that the Realm Reborn reboot.
yeah,
And it's crazy that, you know, since I'm reading that Play Nice, the book about Blizzard, no MMO has really gripped anyone quite like Blizzard has with
no,
World of
and
Warcraft.
it's hard. It's hard to like. Nowadays, a lot of them lean on microtransactions much more, and I think that has allowed more to be successful than previously. But still, the golden, like the
Golden Age
what am I
of
looking for? Well, no, the like gold standard still comes from paid MMOs at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like because like they have a standard revenue model that isn't relying on the ups and downs of microtransaction markets. Now, the microtransaction markets certainly make them money. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And they probably make more money doing that, or like at least it gets them more pure profit. But like, if you don't have that baseline, then it's going to be harder to get started. Which I think for a long time was what made it hard to do anything against WoW.
yeah.
Because it came in and was one of the first subscription-based monthly MMOs.
And
I think the other MMOs that existed were either free to play or like the payment model was cheaper or something. I don't know.
And then reading
But I think it
through
made it. Sorry.
No, you're good. It's very clear that once they saw, you know, they were Activision Blizzard pretty much as WoW came out, and you know, Bobby Kotick and all the shareholders and etc. Once they saw that WoW prints money, they kept trying to like chase another version of that, because eventually
Fires aren't fried.
Overwatch was supposed to lead to an MMO as well. Even though I'm like,
I mean that
doesn't
that
surprise
maybe
anyone.
that's not necessary. It does kind of make some sense in terms of like there's a narrative hook they're trying to build in that probably isn't gotten from a competitive shooter. But I don't know. That's not one I can comment on super intelligently because I haven't really played it. Excuse me.
Oh, we staggered. Oh shit.
Follow the old man's lead.
We did not capitalize on the stagger. Oh, maybe we'll. Maybe. Okay, we'll kill him still, but. There we go.
The old man still got it.
I forgot I did preemptive. I thought his stagger bar went down already.
Pulse machines can't be that different.
this one over here.
This music is so chill.
Dude, honestly, 13 has some of the most underrated music of the franchise. Like everyone says 10, everyone says 7, but everyone says all the ones that had an Uematsu, who's like was like the sole music sole composer up until 10. And I'm like, yo, 13 slaps, 16 slaps,
Let's give this a shot.
15 slaps. Like
Core control panel.
in general, I don't think there's been a Final Fantasy that the soundtrack hasn't slapped in some way.
Way to go!
Now, whether or not they
yeah, and fair.
all
I
have
mean,
the same tone is a different question.
The games cost a lot of money to make. I would hope that they made an effort on the
Soundtrack part.
music part.
We can take it.
I would probably want to replay 15 at some point. That's one I haven't played since release either. And the version I have, I'm pretty sure integrates the DLC in a more like integrated fashion. I don't know how else to say it.
Like it within the course
story.
Of the story.
Yeah, rather than having you pull it from a menu.
Fair.
Oh, one of the bombs is gonna fucking blow up on us. 100%. Probably gonna die. Ma'am.
Like, please heal.
Okay. Gonna get dicier than I would like, but
Watch and learn, kid.
let's focus on this one.
They're hitting hard.
Hmm?
They hit hard.
Yeah, they do.
We got this, Vanille.
Build them up, build them up. Come on. There we go.
Follow the old man's lead.
I think the weirdest thing about the Final Fantasy 15 era was the like re-releasing it on every console known to man,
Yeah.
including the the Chibi remake.
Yeah.
It's like, isn't it basically the full game?
But chibi.
Yeah, but also they probably like reduced some of the animations in some capacity to make it functional in that way. Like they might change some of the final scenes, because I think I watched a couple of final battles and I think some of those would look wild in that version.
Yeah.
Either you or other roommate play it, and it was just like
Even the
whipping
opening-
through the air like crazy. And I was just like, there's no way.
Like the warping, which is like a like the main mechanic for Noctis at least, would be
I feel
insane.
like that would feel weird in that format. But I never played it because it felt weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if I wanted to play it, I would probably want to play the full version.
Which, unfortunately, the PS4 version I have, I don't remember buying all the DLC. Whereas, like, I'm pretty sure the Windows version I have does have all the DLC. I don't know, I'll be honest with you. That is one I want to revisit, because
Oh, it's hella on sale right now.
the Windows version?
Yeah.
Well, I think Square Enix has a sale right now. That's why I bought the Pixel Remaster.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Because the launch of the new
Gotta
one.
sleep somewhere. This look okay?
Yeah. Fine by me.
It's a tarp on the ground.
Not a care in the world.
Oh!
What?
Do not cross this line. Understood?
Grow up.
And good night again.
Did you just go to sleep already? Still a kid.
Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this looks cool.
Again, this game is really cool.
Couldn't
A
run
lot of
if
it.
you wanted to.
Our boy. Like, look at this freaking thing.
I forget what faction this is supposed to be.
Part of
Look at you.
Cocoon.
What's under the hood of that thing?
Keep your pants on.
Eden.
Okay.
You'll get a peek soon enough. Just try and behave.
I'm not gonna make any promises.
Okay, Troy Baker.
Shaky boy, aren't you? We'll see how long that lasts.
But last we saw him, he got his summon, and then this lady, who the subtitle spoiled, her name is Fang.
Oh, are you not
has a-
supposed to know her name yet?
I don't actually know if they introduced her, so I'm just gonna say it spoiled it.
Okay.
She has a pulse tattoo.
Okay.
He's come to meet you.
Which the state of the look of the tattoo also indicates like how close you are to becoming a Seath. So like hers is, I don't know if it's degrading, but it's like obviously visually different.
Does that mean that like you turn into a crystal or something like that?
So Seath are like zombies, basically.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's those like weird little shambling things.
Yeah.
Rains, Brigadier General of the fleet. Hi, Sid. Thanks for the escort.
Is there always a Sid? Is that
There's
just
always
like
a
a
Sid.
thing?
Few questions to ask.
There's always a Sid. There's usually always an airship.
If it works like they tell us,
Why is
she
Sid
must
a
have
name
fulfilled her focus.
specifically?
Who knows?
Fulfilled
There's
her
always
focus
Moogles.
As a tainted pulse l'Cie, that is.
There's always Chocobos.
I'd hardly be alone if I did. When it comes to pulse,
I mean, the
I
magic
claim to know anything.
is always named the same
I
thing.
need the truth for the sake of Cocoon.
The sake of Cocoon. We're from Cocoon.
Yeah.
Shipping us out.
The only thing I
purging
always
innocent
wanted them
people.
to like
That's how you lend us a
get an
hand?
airship in Final
Those
Fantasy
are the
16, and it
symptoms
never
of this.
happened
It never happened.
Public fears what it doesn't know.
because they
It's
tease you
grown
with it so
tired of
much
living
because
in
of like the
constant
ancient
terror of these
society that had them.
The fallen tech and all that jazz.
The
It was so
Systems
upsetting.
devised a plan for you, l'Cie.
Just like, oh, we're gonna rebuild an airship and
A
go
public
around, but
execution. The
Because in
people don't know
15,
any better. Strike down the phantoms
your
before
car
their
turns into an
eyes,
airship.
and they sleep like babes.
okay, yeah, that does tell me that like the next mainline entry, they're gonna have to bring that back. I mean, I think 16 had the structure it did
It's
because of
only
the
a
team
matter
on
of
it.
time.
You'll never catch
Yeah,
me.
because they're more MMO, so they're more used to like
We'll need your help
zones
then, won't
rather
we?
than like an open world.
And it doesn't need to be necessarily a huge open world, but I
No.
like the world. I like the world maps when they do them right.
Yeah, like when Expedition 33 showed their world map, almost everyone's like, "Yo."
It just doesn't happen as much anymore, so it seems
No.
novel these
Yeah.
days.
You're kidding, right?
I mean it.
You can't drop the breakup.
So I
bomb
think either she is
being alone's
tiny
alright.
or he is massive or both.
It's definitely both.
Always was until then we did. And now I know there's something better. Being with you. We've come too far to quit now.
It's not your choice.
You really want to leave me?
I don't want to. I have to.
The side ponytail and then like the little mullet she's got going.
Just stay
Like,
away
what's
from me.
that?
What happened? At least tell me that.
Not mullet, but like just
If it was something I did, just say it.
Also, there's like the like early 2010s Hot Topic dress style.
which unfortunately has gone away. I wish it didn't.
Look,
I mean, to some extent.
Brandon
But-
had pulse.
No, don't eat my cable.
I'm a Lassie,
No.
enemy of Cocoon.
This is Laura Bailey,
Danger to
guys.
us all.
Abby from The Last of Us 2.
Get it now? You're my enemy. Goodbye.
What a dramatic drop to the ground.
I know it's a serious moment, but it feels so.
No, it some of the delivery is not great. Like, or the direction of it, rather. Like,
And he's still there.
Sarah!
it is very much just like how
Oh, there's
Writing-
this giant intergalactic sword in the
Sword.
ground over there,
I think that's a Fauci.
or cross over there. I mean, I would assume so. It just like
Sarah!
Yeah.
just imagine a world where you look at the horizon and that's just staring down at you.
Dude, that's why like even though I like them, but I'm not the biggest fan of them, the Xenoblade Chronicles series, like their entire premise is that everyone lives on the bodies of these like dead gods. It's fucking wild. Where is it? Where's the giant sword? There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, like imagine living with that in the background.
just enormous amounts of power. They can just
The long face.
also zap everyone out of existence.
Have a fight.
I was joking about this kind of setting earlier.
No.
What? Oh, the bungalow?
During
Yeah.
I was
We're not in a swamp.
But-
This is more like
but kinda there
Hawaii
it is.
bungalow.
I mean, this fits the setting a little bit.
Which I was on the Final Fantasy subreddit and someone's like, what would you want 17's setting to be? And everyone's kind of like, I want one that doesn't actually have a real life analog. Which like I feel like 10's hello.
Let's see how you
Um,
focus, right?
Look at his hand. It's literally her entire face.
Just let me.
I feel like 10 is the only one that has no real world analog.
No matter what,
Because like
we've come too far.
you can see Japanese influence in the locales. You can also see Southeast Asia
I don't know.
and but like not one entire location.
I'm gonna be a monster.
Whereas like
Yeah, fair.
Not if I'm here.
16
I'll protect
High
you.
Fantasy Europe, you would probably call it.
Yeah.
We'll figure this out.
I think it'd be interesting. It might
Okay?
be too narrow a scope for Final Fantasy, so maybe they wouldn't want to. But it would be interesting if they did one like based in a just based in a massive city of some kind, too.
Well, I think that's what the original idea for 13 was, or 15 versus 13 was like the major city Insomnia was just basically Tokyo.
Don't worry.
Like,
Mm.
When the sea complete their focus,
and
their
there's kind of a
blood
running
will
joke
eternity.
that
They wouldn't call it
Kingdom
eternity.
Hearts 4 is basically just going to be like, they're just going to do versus 13 just to spite, or not just to spite, but just
You and me.
so he can realize what he wanted to do with that game.
Mm.
Because like parts
Death was all that she had waiting. Nothing would have
parts of
changed.
15 were obviously like based
Sarah
on
was
Italy.
brave enough to face it.
Why is Vanille narrating this?
You'll find out, my guy.
Okay.
Was that an entire chapter section of just cutscenes?
Seems to be.
What are you hiding behind?
Can't believe we made it.
Okay. I think a character swap is a good place to call it
That'll
once I'm
slow
able to
down pursuit.
But
save.
aren't there troops on this side? We can't relax just yet.
Right. We press on. I'll take point. You watch our backs.
Actually, why don't you let me take point?
Homie.
Can you handle it?
Give me your gun.
It's not a question of can or can't.
Now you're learning. Keep your eyes front. I'll watch the rear.
Got it.
Ooh, rare wifey smile. Feel like you might like 12.
I mean, I liked the setting of it. 'Cause
Yeah.
Got your back.
it's the same setting as Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, so.
Dude,
and
you should play
possibly
Tactics.
the first Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah, I'm like, this boy is going to buff and heal us like crazy. Honestly, when I think of this game's music, I think of like trance music.
Okay. I can kind of see it.
Oh, fuck. Like, I want to give her fire, but okay.
You call the shots now.
All right, we're gonna save. Call it there.
Stray too far.
And I need to figure out how to get these buttons, because like otherwise the summons are completely useless. All right, later.
Be wary, but don't
These